Okay. Alright. I'm tapping there. I'm here to share a build that I have been waiting to share ever since I found out about the upcoming changes, well, now newly made changes from update 47. Because there was the very popular BFG, big freaking gun, beam, fantastic gonzo build that used subclassing. And a lot of it was based around using Relentless Focus, which gave a pretty much passive, massive boost to your weapon and spell damage. Now, they changed that, but the bonus is it now has, when slotted on either bar, either Relentless Focus or Merciless Resolve, will give you Major Prophecy and Major Savagery, which was the last either bar option that I needed to finally let go of Oakensoul. Because we also have Recuperative Treaties? Anyway. When slotted on either bar, gain Major Brutality and Major Sorcery. And those are the two major things that I really was taking advantage of from Oakensoul. So this is my almost 1 bar Arcanist build, using Velothi Ur-Mage's Amulet, which I've been trying to be able to find a way to use ever since I finally got it. But I had a hard time letting go of the Oakensoul buffs, and I basically only really benefit from 1 bar, as a rule. Oh, right, I also am really happy with this costume, and she has a glowing sun tattoo as well. And a butterfly, and she has gold glitter eyes and a gold glitter. This is my shiniest, beamiest show-off for my Beamtastic almost 1 bar build. So to get into what this build does, and how it's a 1 bar, as a reminder of what Oakensoul, because I think I still have my Oakensoul. Oakensoul gives the Minor Berserk, Minor Courage, Major Brutality, Major Sorcery, a lot of crit boosts, and weapon and spell damage boosts, and also some sustain, and some protection. We get a lot of that. First of all, alright. Velothi Ur has a good unnamed penetration boost, which is good, because this will stack with the Major Brutality and Sorcery that you already get. Brutality and Sorcery, I think. Dang it, I never remember which one is the crit one and which one is the penetration one. But this stacks with what you're getting from one of those on either bar passives. And damage done to monsters by 15%, it's more than the Minor Courage, I think it is, which is 5%, and Minor Slayer, which is also 5% to mobs in dungeons and trials, etc. And it still gives you Minor Force, like Oakensoul does. And it reduces the light and heavy attack damage by 99%, but honestly, you're not using that on a beam. What you are getting is Herald of the Tome. On your front bar, you have Cephaliarch's Flail, which will, again, help you do 5% more damage to anything that you've hit with the ink. And it gives you a bit more of a heal, so that's some good sustain. And then, also from Herald of the Tome, of course, the beam. Otherwise, you wouldn't really be a beamer. Does lots of damage. You have both gaining Crux and delivering Crux. And of course, we're still keeping Shocking Banner, which increases damage done with direct damage, which includes the beam by 6%. Remember that, direct damage is the beam. And they kept the generating a Crux, if you have none. But if you already have Crux, it's generating ultimate. So this really helps. This no longer passively gives you Crux upon Crux upon Crux, which is what some people were not that happy with, but you just trigger the flail twice. So you're doing an extra little bam. And getting even more health in between. And then also minor protection all the time, reducing your damage taken by 5%. Because for me, this is primarily a soloing build. I might want to stand somewhere else. I'm going to go to Infinite Archive. I could also try a Pledge. Because on the other build, I was able to solo the first 2 bosses and the secret boss of Oathsworn Pit, which was my Everest. I do not remember why it was my Everest, but it became my Everest. And Recuperative Treatise moves to the backbar, and you don't have to trigger it every 30 seconds, but it is a really good idea to keep it up. That's why I call it almost 1 bar. Because you get that extra damage boost, you get the extra restoring magic and stamina, and a Crux if you don't already have it. But you can also just leave it there on the back bar, not be quite as effective, but still be okay on a 1 bar. But the nice thing about generating and consuming Crux is that it gives you an extra unnamed buff, meaning stacks with everything. Wow, Zareth, you're distracting me. Of another 12% crit damage and crit healing. Then the other passives are whenever you restore magic or stamina, which is going to be happening a lot, you increase weapon and spell damage by 284 for 10 seconds. Again, another unnamed buff. Herald of the Tome, that's why this is so popular. Psychic Lesion. You don't have a lot of status effects that you're trying to put down here, but it's more likely to happen and it can help. Every little bit helps. I've got a poison glyph on the staff. Now, we only have 2 Herald of the Tome abilities on either bar. So it only gives you 2480 extra penetration. But hey, that's a lot when all total it's only clocked in about 6500. Now, Adric Spear. They changed Adric Spear so that you actually had to have something slotted. But I think that's good because, again, this is a soloing or carrying your own weight, basically 1 bar build. And we can plop down Luminous Shards, which does AoE damage. And you can also trigger your own synergy to restore magic and stamina. Since Banner Bearer now costs you magic and stamina instead of just reducing your restoration, your recovery, being able to trigger your own synergy is fantastic. Also, when you lay this down, you're going to have 6 seconds of Spear Wall, which grants you minor Berserk, boosting your damage done again, and minor protection to help you out a little bit. So you've got, oh shoot. I need to change banner with a shocking banner. I forgot to change that. I already have minor protection. Or maybe it's an all the time treat. But really the most important thing is the minor berserk for an extra 5% damage. Also, by having it slotted, you increase your crit damage by another 12%. And then the true passives that people take Adric Spear for, even without using an ability. Some extra free bonus damage. Every time you deal damage, you can boost up more stacks to do another extra little boost. And another boost to your weapon and spell damage. And armor. Which, armor's not helping a lot here. Yeah, I'm using medium, but... Finally, Assassination. This is the trifecta of DPS subclasses. Reaper's Mark. Plopping down Major Breach, which is very helpful, especially for soloing. And when a marked enemy target dies, you heal to full and get Major Berserk. This is super awesome. So when you're going into a fight, you have a choice between you put it on the boss to help burn him down faster, or you put it there in something that's squishier, so you can heal up and get your Major Berserk. It's not necessarily an either or. You can start with the squishy, then with the boss, but yeah. This is for those that can actually aim and target and be strategic. I'm not necessarily as strategic. And then the Merciless Resolve, which was on the back bar, which, if you get into trouble, we'll get to the back bar in a sec. Master Assassin, if you're running out of skill points, which I almost did, this is only useful if you're flanking, and I'm not always flanking when I'm soloing, but it does help your crit chance. Executioner, another restoration of magic and stamina, and again, when you restore magic and stamina, you trigger that passive from Herald of the Tome to increase your weapon and spell damage again. Hemorrhage increases your crit damage again. And you'll get Minor Savagery every time you crit. And we've been boosting crit. So you get yet another boost to your crit to make it more likely for this to trigger again. And that lasts for 20 seconds. So there's a really good chance you can keep this up. Before switching to the back bar real quick, the reason it's Lightning Staff, I don't know how often people explain why Lightning Staff is what you do for the heavy attack build. But it increases your chance to apply status effects. That's not bad, that doesn't matter, but Lightning Staff increases your damage done with direct damage and channeled effects by 12%, which is again your beam, or if you were heavy attacking, that would apply to the whole heavy attack as well. So that's why it's always lightning for heavy attack builds, or also the beams. Because boom, another 12%. Armor is medium, because of the medium bonuses, crit damage and healing. Stamina recovery helps, reduce stamina cost, that definitely helps. Improve sneak, just because. Weapon and spell damage, boom boom. And roll dodge reduction, which is nice. Now I'll talk about the back bar. Again, Recuperative Treatise, good to keep up. You don't have to, you could still use this as a 1 bar, but this is beneficial. Merciless Resolve, if you're getting wailed on, you can throw out the damage. I mean, or if you just want to consume 5 stacks for damage, that's not terrible. But you can heal for half the damage if you're in melee range. Also, our Healing Contingency, one of my favorite scribing skills. So you can either be a pocket healer or also save your own life by throwing down a heal, reduce your damage taken by 8% for 8 seconds, and Minor Protection, which I might end up moving to the banner. I'm going to have to fiddle around with this and then fix my guide. Warding Burst. So you queue up the Healing Contingency and then trigger it on the Warding Burst, which gives you a damage shield, another heal over time. Nice thing is Minor Courage for 20 seconds. You might pop this off even if you don't need the heal, just for the Minor Courage. It's a little bit of weapon and spell damage. It makes up for something that you didn't get on Oakensoul. I don't know if it's worth it if you want to do a 1 bar, which usually I do. But yeah, and the other reason to do Lightning Staff instead of Ice or Inferno is all the time I just sit there thinking I'm going to attack something, and no, I'm not attacking anything. Whereas if I'm on a Lightning Staff, I'll know right away if I'm going to hit something, instead of I'm queuing up a nothing attack. Now, I'm going to go take another look at our options for scribe skills. Why do you like lightning more for dragons? Is it just because it's easier to tell what you're doing? I mean, I love ranged for dragons because they AoE. Oh, yes! Right, because once you heavy attack, it'll follow them and they do move. I don't know where I'm going. That's my upstairs crafting area. Go to my downstairs. Yeah. Now for Banner Bearer, I kept the resolve because maybe I want Minor Berserk all the time. See, Aether Spear, I'm likely to have both Minor Berserk and Minor Protection up all the time. Where was I getting courage from? Because you know, I think I wasn't quite sure about relying on the uptime of the 6 seconds for triggering Aether Spear. But 6 seconds is a long time when it's flail, flail, beam. I think I'm going to go ahead and recommend that that is one option if you want to make sure you're protected all the time. No minor protection. Want to make sure you're berserking all the time, you could add minor berserk. But I think to make this more relying on your front bar, and our other options are damage over time, which doesn't help you with the beamer, immobilize. You're not going to be facing a lot of snares in PvE. You can increase the magic damage, but I'd rather do the direct damage mitigation. This could be an option if you need to if you need to reduce damage taken more than increased damage given, but that's not usually what this bar is for. The beam is not an AoE. The beam is not a martial damage. And I really don't think, because I don't think this also I don't think this reduces the cost of Banner Bearer, which is where a lot of my resources are going to be going. Increases damage done with direct damage by 6%, which is why we want to shock damage. But you do have options. Signature script. If you were coming in as a Templar or a Nightblade, Templar gets some decent survivability, and Templar is a pretty good class mastery. Nightblade, not so much. I would recommend that you focus else on maybe giving yourself a little more of a heal, or give yourself more of a damage shield, kind of protect yourself a little bit more. I still really like class mastery because of the crux. That way it's only flail, flail, beam. Minor Berserk, I think we're going to trust the Aether Spear passive. We have this already from the back bar. We're going to try Minor Courage for this. Oh, I gotta select these. Hello. There we go. Could also grant Minor Heroism if you really want all the ultimate all the time and you're actively using the back bar and already giving yourself Minor Courage. Then Heroism would be useful. Minor Intellect and Minor Endurance, you get it if you pop off Recuperative Treatise. And you're still getting a lot from the Aether Spear passive if you trigger it yourself. I don't think this is important, but it is an option. It can also help you recover from the cost of maintaining Banner Bearer. Minor Resolve. I swear I thought I saw that was coming from somewhere else. Maybe I lost track. Major Breach? Nope. I say we go all in. All damage on the front bar. I am really bad at remembering to use my ultimate, but I'm getting a lot better with this build because, yeah, we're going to do all damage on the front bar. And on the back bar, damage shield, Sage's Remedy, instead of courage, I'm pretty sure I put protection on Ulsult's. Let me make sure. Yes, protection is on Ulsult's contingency. So, right, Soul Boost does not have heroism, which I would say if you were going to use this a lot, because I'm thinking of the back bar really being for more if you're helping out with a party, I'll say resolve. Alternatively, if you're looking at doing totally selfish and you're going to use your back bar actively, and therefore you're already going to have these up with a strong uptime, because 20 seconds, yeah, that's not long enough for me to really want to use my back bar very much. 22, 20, 22 because I have a couple of points of the Mage's Guild passive. These are really more, in my opinion, for if you find that your companion's down and you're solo tanking, or you're in a pickup group and you really don't have a healer, then you have these to help you out. Otherwise, you could put courage here, rely on your own minor resolve, and put heroism. But I think we're going to get plenty of ultimate already. Because every time you kill an enemy, you gain 10 ultimate. But we could change your mind, because that is something that we do lose from Oakensoul, is the heroism. Alright, that is... Let's see, anything else about the other passives? Nothing under soul magic. Mage's Guild passives, if you have, is good to reduce the cost of Ulsult's contingency and to increase the duration by 2 seconds. Helps a little bit. Undaunted, you trigger your own synergy, may as well get that boost. And then 2%. We've got all medium armor, but... Now, speaking of, what I'm using here is Norianeth, because it extra weapon and spell damage. If you absolutely need the extra health, you can, of course, go trainee. Deadly Jack, ever popular if you're doing either a beam or a heavy attack build, because that damage over time and channeled attacks, and the beam is considered a channeled direct damage attack. Also, even more on the weapon and spell damage, another piece of crit. Then, after I let my dog in, come on, Isa. Rounding it off with Tideborn. More weapon and spell damage, more crit chance, more penetration, and direct damage. So this has so many damage boosts, and so many things going on. We will do just a little bit and see how quickly I can melt things down at the beginning points of Infinite Archive. Also solo a plunge. But first I want to kick the tires a little bit, because I have not playtested this build. I just put it together today. I was thinking about going into the PTS to test it out while I was designing it. And then I realized I did not install the PTS on my new computer. And I figured I didn't want to. I would just discover this along with everybody else.
I have enough. There's egg.
Do I have... I'll pick up a quest.
What's the point? Because Are you ready?
I am ready to kill Fabled. Now I'm still keeping Zareth as my tank. I'll make sure. Let us confer. Okay, good. He is in his tankiness configuration. And oh, my quick slot. I cannot show you what food I like to use. I like to just do garlic cod with potato crust. Max health, max stamina, all good. I will redo my quick slot. Hello, food. I always prefer tripods because I run out of everything. And I'm not going to use any of those verses. But I do need my pit. Okay, we're going to pop on banner. I'm still getting used to the banner costing. The downside of Zera's Major Breach. Oh, hey, I keep forgetting to beam. I have not played my Arcanist in some time.
Unshackle your mind, Tamid.
Oops, I also changed the hotkey my beam is on. Used to be 3.
Be gone.
Nailing it. Alright. Actually remembering to use my abilities. Top notch. There we go.
Make your choice while Master Malchus repairs the portal for you.
I usually use my ultimate on seriously tough bosses, and that's about it. Okay, I think I can remember to trigger the... What I've not been remembering to do... Alright, so... As far as rotation goes... If you remember... Trigger recuperative treatise on your back bar. Put Reaper's Mark on something. Trigger a couple flails. Alright. I'll describe better next time. Okay. Treatise. Oh, hey, stage 2 down.
Too out of sorts, but I'll have to do a full inventory to be sure.
Ah, Tempest. I will try to talk about rotation in the next boss. Okay, boss, I'm a boss.
I recognize this one.
I also recognize
If I
this
were
one.
here for academic purposes, that'd be a good thing.
Eh. Alright. Treatise. Mark. Shards. Double flail. Zero. Tempest. I'm gonna save my ult. Beam.
If only the hidden moon had known of such a
That goes pretty fast.
We would have honed our Hadalith into expert warriors in no
Master
time.
Malchus requires this fragment.
Scorching. Oh, right, you can re-roll now. I'm not likely to. Oh, Prickly Retort. I love this one. Because it applies to Zera. Alright. Recipes? Recipes? Eh.
Which name is
Treatise.
preferable? Inkslayer? Text Wrangler?
Bounce. Bounce. Beam.
Attend to the fray.
Holy shards. Mark target. Shards. Flail. Flail. Beam. And that was a waste because there's only one thing left.
For a tactical advantage.
For now.
Treaties. Hello? Oh, there you go. Mark. Adric. Flail. Flail. Bing. Okay, these things are too squishy.
Your reward is justified
However,
and waits there patiently.
this is crit-tastic. I'm absolutely doing better than when it was an Oakensoul build. World skills. I'm not using any world skills. Tomfoolery. Maybe I'll actually use my ult. Not likely, but maybe. Where's my lol? Alright, earn. Treaties. Mark a target. Flail. Flail. Beam. Alright, I can do this.
Emerge victorious.
Alright, yeah, this is a lot faster than before.
The battle? Ah, well, there's always
I'm not
the
using
next
weapon
one.
skills. Yeah, sure, maybe I'll use a potion. Yeah, finally, I am able to use Velothi Ur. Okay, Krispy Kreme. Now I am massively craving donuts. I have not had anything like Krispy Kreme since I had to stop having much. You know, I'm not technically allergic to gluten. I'm just somewhat sensitive. So, I could get a Krispy Kreme donut while I'm on vacation. That's it, you've instigated me. I am 100% instigated. But there, 15% damage to monsters at all time. Absolutely fantastic. This is going so much faster. See, I also have these capsules to help break down gluten. And if I have, say, like, half a donut... Oops, what bar am I on? This is one thing that this will not help me with. So what bar am I on? Ha! Hate that guy. Yeah, and Xerath I think is also buffed by all my extra
Keeping these fragments is important,
better.
but keeping the maligraphies from destroying everything is important too.
Oh wait a minute, Apocryphal Emissary? I have to get these all the time. Cause check these things out. I mean, come on. Hello, little wraith things. Are you coming out to play? You can help us out? Nice.
I must perceive the forthcoming for the accounts.
I can't trigger to... Alright, so...
It seems enjoyable.
It's not quite the same as auto-playing. I'm not gonna waste my beam on one Cliff Strider.
Don't let me distract you.
As satisfying as that would be. I hate those things. And yes, it's because of Morrowind. Not the DLC, the game. Oh my gosh, I lost more playtime
That is
to
how
Cliff
we resolve
Racers.
this conflict.
than witches and Nords missing their pants. There, yeah, this is totally working as a almost one bar.
May your bones, a fight, is it?
Ka-ching. Pretend that was my wing sound. Victory is mine! The heal in that flail is no joke.
You performed marvelously. Claim your reward.
I just don't remember to use special link gloves. No, they say, these verses and visions are valuable. Don't waste them. I waste them all the time. Okay. I almost got this last time, but I wasn't able to trigger. Don't run toward the butcher. Ah, there we go. Yeah, you'll probably catch me, because I did not get the ultimate to trigger last time. Oh, yay, there's a sweet roll. Unless I get a nom nom in the sweet rolls. Eep! Oh, right here, yes! Okay, 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 maybe. Where is he? I don't see him. Yes! Ha! Quest complete. Thank you. I credit it all to the build. I love goats. I do place down AoEs. Be very beneficial. Oh! Nice. I forgot I'm still collecting these. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Oh, I forgot banner went down. Sarah, you with me? Sweet. Thank you.
Show your might, Tummy.
Oh, I forgot to cover the champion points.
My devotion.
Really important for the survivability.
Finally, a moment's peace.
A realm of
Finally, a moment's peace. Not on this stream.
perfect place to hone our abilities. It would be easy
Alright.
to forget
Prickly
our
retort
foundations
again?
of learning in a place like
Why
this.
not? Alright. Champion abilities. Steed's Blessing, Master Gatherer, Friends in Low Places. I mean, again, anything that you want to do. Arcane Supremacy, Extra Max Magicka, because I have all my points in stamina. Untamed Aggression, because weapon and spell damage. Reaving Blows, when you deal direct damage, which is the beam, heal for 7% of the damage done. So the beam also heals you. That's really important. Wrathful Strikes, again, more weapon spell damage. Then Celerity, because I like speed. Bloody Renewal, extra stamina, again, because the banner. Magicka, a banner. This is not... Alternatively... No wonder I'm moving so fast. I think... For if I go up as far as a Marauder, Fortified, and Health, I don't think I need to be moving quite so fast right now. Early Infinite Archive, I always go for speed. Alright. Tights. Fabled. Keep triggering Adric Spear twice because I shifted where the buttons are on my bar. Do not interrupt my spellcasting. That's rude. Yeah.
Almost no one in the archive has martial skills. It's a good thing you came along.
Now I intend to shoot out a light attack after the Adric Spear and before the tree ties. I mean, sorry, the flail. But I frequently forget. My idea of light attack weaving is spamming every now and then. So in the hands of someone who can actually play, I'm sure this would parse pretty decent, especially compared to how terrible people were saying life would be after that relentless focus nerf.
Right this way, mortal. To me and your well-deserved reward.
Sure. Oh great, Lady Thorn. Fantastic. My favorite. This is a sarcasm-free zone. Please refrain from sarcasm.
Such delicious power. Don't be shy.
I am shy. Totally shy.
On the feast. Accept my embrace.
A fight, is it?
Let me
Okay.
feast on your terror.
Now is when I'm going to be... Come on, come on.
Domain.
Going to be taking advantage of those backbar buffs.
To me, morsel.
Erk. Oh no 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 no. That's why I love this one.
Accept
Arg.
my embrace.
Okay.
The feast.
Oh wow, that damage is fast.
To my domain.
Yeah, you're gonna get me.
Let me taste.
Eek. Yeah, I'm not good with this one on any build. Again? Arg. I was on the wrong bar again. Do do.
Got you.
Yes, of course you got me.
Delicious.
Ooh, I'm
My
tasty.
lord will hear of this.
How delicious I am?
We're doing very important research back here.
Okay, so I survived that.
May be lucky enough to double that find.
I'm actually okay with the ones that throw you off the platform. I've gotten better at avoiding those. Huh. Now, this would be very beneficial. Extra crit chance. And yet, extra boost to the pet emissary. Hello, poppers. Come on, little dragon. And play with the poppers. Oops. Time to typo. Dragon, are you frozen? Dragon is frozen. Fine, Dragon doesn't want to play.
Prepare your mind for our crusade.
Erg. Interrupted my beam. That disrupted my whole flow.
Can you justify your movements? For our records.
Justify my... I can't justify any move I make.
Make this swift.
I'm lucky when it's what I intended.
All this fighting. How are you not tired?
I am very tired. There.
Is safety assured? No enemies left upright?
Safety is assured. Honestly, this is working out pretty well for a build that I haven't ever tried. And it is proving to be a basically one bar. Wow, that Fable dropped fast. Yeah, I've got a fantastic run going. Yeah, I'll summon that Tempest. Yeah, this is a lot of damage. This is working as intended.
Excellent. I was
Ooh,
concerned
fire
that they'd
orb.
still be here.
Sweet. Was waiting for this. Hello.
So many sheaves, orderless papers.
I can find them. I
liaison.
will help you. I
You'll
know the
find them
pages,
through
and I'll look for them. Also, seeing if real quick, I can quickly. Nice use of Homemaker, but hoping for some purples. All the purples? A blue? I'm not scouring the whole room. Lockpicks. But apocryphal lockpicks. Okay, running forwards and back because I hate fighting you. We're at the edge.
Control you. I summon you here.
You are an ending already read.
Likely.
I reflect you. I
Hey.
cower. I'll cut through fate.
That was disconcerting.
Erase that one.
No version of me gives up.
Alright. That was wicked fast. Erg.
You killed her.
That I did.
She's spreading across the books in this archive. There could be hundreds of Thoat replicas.
Now,
When you're finished here, meet me back where we met. We should talk.
see if we can find a Marauder.
There are more Maligraphies and other Thoat replicanum in the archive.
My health isn't that great. I'm not using. Sure, now I'll use Thumping Thaumaturgy. Thumping Thaumaturgy! Okay, now Zareth, here's the important bit. If... How's my food buff? I did eat, right? Wait a minute. Okay! I didn't pick up a Mundus when I had to respec. So this is without the Thieves Mundus. So my crit isn't even as high as it should be. But at least my health, my food is still there. Yeah, I prefer the Thieves Mundus because of all the crit is doing for us. Okay, alright, new plan. Make sure to take out the Brewmaster. Uh-oh. Zereth, you're taunting, right? Okay, good.
Ready yourself. They charge once more.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, and my ping is helping me. Or rather, helping them.
Crush the enemy. Show them what for.
And an Ascended Bulwark! Yay! Ultimate playtest, activate shield! Okay, so, if it weren't for the Ascended Bulwark, I think we would have taken that. Despite all of my ping-tastic being on the wrong bar, triggering the wrong things. But honestly, that did pretty well for being a... Oh, there's a blue blueprint. Total chaos. Usually I can do better at not having each round die before I've dropped the Marauder. But I also don't usually have this level of AoE going on. Usually when I do Infinite Archive, I'm using my my Dragon Knight. But no, I think that if I get used to playing this, this can actually work as a Infinite Archive build. Because if I can get used to the chaos here, then I can try soloing DOC dungeons again. DLC. Not vet. Normal.
Take all the advantage.
But I'm definitely going to go at least a full hour, because, I don't know if you noticed, there are 2 drops going on. One for the first hour, and then a second one for a second hour. And they're good until Sunday. And I will be streaming again for the full hour on Saturday. And I might do longer streams over the next couple nights, since I'm on vacation starting tomorrow evening. But tomorrow's again a lot of meetings, so I probably will not stream very long tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be another real quick pop in and do some surveys. But I might do a revisit of this build if I can get the chance to practice some. Yeah. Something about that passive 7% heal of the damage that my beam is doing, it makes me a little bit bold.
Oh, they're all gone. Well then.
Sure. More damage.
Filer XS told me to check on you, but I think you can handle this.
I think I can handle Ice Heart. I definitely need that add-on that I have doing a sound when I'm at full, when I'm at a full 3 crux.
Master Melchest instructed me to retrieve his fragments for him.
Focus effort, normally I love focus efforts, but I'm absolutely not using it. I don't think I'm laying any down, but yeah. Oh, what the heck. I have a poison glyph. I wish I could have taken down the Marauder. That would have been a great first test run. But except for my one dedicated Infinite Archive build, I'm usually playing it so close to the edge of survivability that everything has to go right on a Marauder. But I really was pretty hopeful when Xerath picked up the taunt right away, because sometimes I have a hard time keeping Xerath taunting the Marauders. It is your turn, Thamid. I shall not hog all the glory.
Ink-slaying prowess.
I already have the quest outlet. Now,
This place looks fantastic. My organization really works.
nope, not you, Brewmaster. There. I dropped Brewmasters ASAP because I hate that shrinking.
This is an archive.
Cease your rattling.
Key. But it's my stream, Xerath. What am I supposed to do? Oh, rattling, not prattling.
This is so exciting.
Alright. Jump.
I expected. Well, I can't tell you what I expected.
Key.
But
I know what you
you'll
expected.
exceed it.
Ooh,
These
yeah,
malignancies
perfect.
are tough, but I've seen you defeat greater challenges.
Engaging threat.
I'm an engaging threat. Oh, I don't even have my banner up anymore. I'm really good at this.
Initiating shield sequence.
Keep.
Assistance request sent.
There. Alright, I would absolutely bring this into a group. It's doing pretty good damage without my, I'm using physical and sweet. Okay. Now, hello. Forgot exactly where the Fabled, I think. There you are. No Brewmaster, haha. Erg. You got your shield up. Fine. Fight other things. I was really getting zapped by something. I don't know what ate me. Oh well. Oh good, a Sun Eater this time. Alright, before I forget, don't kill me. There. Okay, getting things zapped. Yeah, again, if you want to learn to get used to the chaos of a new build, Infinite Archive will do it. Because targets are everywhere.
This is the perfect spot to create the next portal. It has the best temporal elasticity.
Yeah, I try to remember as soon as I see a page, I go pick it up if I won't immediately die. Because I will forget.
You will not last.
Well, that was my Bastion of Defense. I was trying to trigger a synergy. Yeah, just getting used to where things are on the bar. I've got a few different parsing dummies, but I don't use them because there is no way that I'm going to learn how to trigger things in the middle of chaos in a static environment.
Before traveling to the next wing of the archive.
I mean, I could try to practice getting in the muscle memory, but as soon as the chaos hits, it's just not, it's not going to kick in the same. Alright, I was going to see if I can get the second Thoat fight.
You made it this far. Keep it up.
Hello! That is the fastest I've dropped this thing. Alright, I gotta remember, I gotta do damage to heal damage. Yeah, there were Pustulant Gobs, but I couldn't stand still long enough to use them.
The violent tendencies of mortals with
Okay, I didn't get a lead. That's
I'll
alright.
bring your spoils to Master Manifest.
Adapt to Conquer is not bad. Meh, 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 meh. Okay. Alright, 2 more bosses. And getting extra credit on the drop box. Oh. Oh, I knew I was standing in that. I was distracted. Because I saw there was a page.
You are drained of your spells, Tummy.
Yes, I'll use a potion. Good, drop the brewer. Thank you for the major breach, Zara. That makes a huge difference. Oh, I'm at the point where we get another Fabled. Forgot that happens. Ooh, that hits hard.
Are you done in here? Oh, nearly. That's good then.
Augmented areas. That works. Alright. Get the clues. Wait, did I pick up the page? Did I forget the page? I got it. Okay, good.
Chaotic enough as it is.
We were just talking. Okay, the damage is good when it hits. Look left. Oh, there we go. Don't regen. I'm trying to build. There. I'm good at this. Aw, thank you. Eek! Haha, bristleback. But the bristleback is better. Piggy. Alright. Let's see what boss we get. Ooh, orbiting echoes. I like this one. Let's see. Oh, okay. For some reason that was gonna be a dragon.
To pass along their well wishes on this fight.
Key. E. Puffer.
Dusk and dawn, ignite within me.
Oh yeah. I totally ignored the boss fight.
Cover your magic, Tummy.
Huzzah! Nice! I got 2 little imps and oh, I didn't loot it yet? There we go. Alright. Well, what I was about to say still holds true. I got 2 of the little imps. No, ooh. Top. Oh, I like storm projection. But apocryphal emissary. Storm projection. That'll help more. Oh, that major breach makes such a difference. There's even a fabled mystic back there I didn't even notice. Yeah, if I was with an actual tanky player, I'd be contributing.
Our work is always satisfactory.
I was pretty happy with the beam build in update 46 with the Oakensoul and the passive, the pure 1 bar. But as a proxy 1 bar, This is really, I consider this an upgrade. I think up to 47 did me a real service.
Just reading about great battles.
That nerf did a massive upgrade because Velothi ore is absolutely adding value. While still being able to basically be one bar. Oh yes, class embodiment just in time. Because I want to see how this stacks up against the double Thoat. And that's all I'm doing. I'm only doing double Thoat. I rarely am interested in going further than this.
Join us here.
Sometimes I will
Mortals die. Worms do not.
do the third one. But I don't like the dragon.
What are you doing?
You think you hit hard?
Yes. That's why I stopped. Ah ha ha ha! Where's the throw at? Where's my major throw out? There we go. There's the throw at. Time to beam it down. Erk.
Takes a lot to kill these.
Alright.
Don't forget who holds your mimic.
Focusing. Erg. Oh, oops. Right. I lost my banner. I lost my bar.
Bookish monster without a spine.
I need more magicka. I need to be off the map. I mean, not literally off the map. There we go. That went not terrible. I like necrotic support, but we're not. Yeah, see, one of the reasons that I decided to stream is to start sharing the builds that I put together. Because... Did I get the chest? I got the chest. I'm never gonna get good. My reflexes are not there. I get overwhelmed very easily. I can't... My spatial awareness gets totally haphazard. So I have to plan builds that adapt, that fill in the blanks of what I'm not going to make up for in skill. I'm not going to have the mechanical skill to be able to go in and really trigger the right sequence of abilities to get the maximum rotation and just nail it. And a lot of the builds that I find out there are for people who are going to have mechanical skill or be able to do stuff. One bar builds, they usually don't work out that great. Usually they sacrifice too much. They've done enough with the Arcanist that makes it really work. Heavy attack builds are even harder for me to get because you have to be able to aim and hit things. And so often I'll be trying to attack and I'll just be doing this. Because I can't actually aim. It's just not a mechanical skill that I tend to develop. So the beam really works. And I spent some serious time. First of all, I adapted the original BFG build to be just a little bit different to work for me. And once I saw that that was going to change because it really, really relied a lot on the boost for when Merciless Resolve or Relentless Focus would give you the passive plus 400 something odd weapon and spell damage. So I will spend sometimes weeks checking out what all of the buffs are, what's available as a passive, what's available as a trigger. And that's how I brought in throwing down luminous shards. I didn't see that on any guide. No build recommended just popping off luminous shards to take advantage of the passives from Adric Spear. They just say, oh, okay, so all you're gonna get is Burning Light and Balanced Warrior, and that's good enough. Like, why give up an extra 12% for having slotted something that you can pop down and get that extra 5% damage reduction for 6 seconds while you're doing a double flail and throwing down Fate Carver? And I've noticed the difference. The extra 12% crit damage, the extra 5% damage, which it's 7% of 5% is not a lot, but it's actually a little bit of healing. 5% damage reduction. I don't find this on build guides, because this on its own doesn't throw down a ton of damage. But it does a little bit. And the passives it triggers. So I'm all about the passives. I'm all about what can I fit on one bar and put into an easy, you trigger one, you trigger another, you trigger another. Sometimes I've been throwing down Reaper's Mark when I didn't need to. I used more Magicka than I need to because I didn't wait for Reaper's Mark to be done. I have a rotation and I follow it. But if I don't have Reaper's Mark first, I will forget to trigger before going to a fight. So that's my approach to building builds and how I learn to play with them. So the build does most of the work for me. I just have to get used to the chaos within it and learn to flow. So thank you very much. Oh, let me drop the link to the build guide in the chat, and then when I will be posting this to YouTube pretty soon, and I will have that build guide, because this today I made sure to go in and update the build guide. And it also has a guide that talks through the right way to play it. And again, just reading from the guide, it's to play. Optional is swapping to the back bar to make sure that you keep that 30 seconds of the recuperative treatise up. Very beneficial because it does boost every 5 seconds. And also remember, restoring Magicka and stamina gets you that Herald of the Tome. Where was it? Boost your weapon and spell damage. Then while that's up, you mark a target, throw down luminous shards, do a quick light attack throughout here to make sure that you keep boosting ultimate and building up for if you need to trigger a Merciless Resolve. But Reaper's Mark, luminous shards, flail, beam. And as long as that's still up, if your target's still up, another 20 seconds, it's just luminous shards again, flail, beam. And that's it. And if you need any help with this build, I will run... Sorry, I keep forgetting which button is which. I will run Scrivener's Hall with you if you need help getting the lead for Velothi Ur-Mage's Amulet. I ended up buying it off Infinite Archive a month or two ago because I could not get the lead to drop. But it is fantastic. Finally, a 1-bar build because of the nerf, which lets you have Major Prophecy and Savagery as an alt-attack trait. So, thank you so much for coming with me on this exploratory journey, and I'll talk to you next time.